Hello, everybody. I'm going to start with a question. Have you met Claire? Claire will always, always, always remind me of Molly Ringwald in The Breakfast Club. I am an 80s, I was born in 1971. I'm going to be 50 this year. I am an 70s and 80s child. And so I'm not talking about The Breakfast Club today, although we could. I am talking about the Clairs, okay? These are extrasensory gifts that come through your senses, okay? And once you have begun to clear out your emotional and psychological gunk, essentially, there are 5 types of clairs that come through. So the more that you do your work, your inner work, you're healing your traumas, doing all the things, right? You become more spiritually aligned. And there are 5 types of clairs, okay? And we're going to go over each one, but I'm just going to list them out right now. So there's clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, which is actually, there's 4, not 5, excuse me. The 5th is like your intuition, which is like beyond the clairs. So clairvoyance, you may have heard this a lot of times, is essentially, all the clairs mean clear, right? And so clairvoyance is clear seeing. This means it's all about the third eye, okay? Which is all about intuition, and you have the ability to see images, colors, pictures, light, and you could also decode those pictures in your mind to help others. And so clairvoyance is one of my big strengths, also Clair Sentience, which I'll get into in a minute. But when I am working with clients, I will literally see images that will help decode whatever that other person is working through. And so lots of times I'll be like, okay, this is going to sound really random, but I know that it's coming through. And so I have to share it, and it'll, be some symbol or an image, and it'll, we'll be able to kind of decode it and process it so it makes sense. So I would love to hear from you. So if you're watching this, drop it in the comments which one, because we all have them. Here's the deal. This isn't some weird thing that only a few people have. We all have these extrasensory gifts. It's basically heightened, there's 6 senses, right? We've got sight, smell, hearing, touch, taste, right? And then we have our 6th sense, which is our instinct. It is part of our natural makeup that has been dumbed down over the eons, essentially by people who want to keep us down, right? And societal conditioning and the patriarchy and all the things. And so all of this stuff starts to awake as you start to heal, okay? And so so as I move through these, I would love to hear from you and let me know, even if you're like, I'm not even sure, or maybe I think this, or am I making it up? Drop it, because you're not, right? It's just about awakening these aspects of yourself. So the second one is clairaudience, and that is clear hearing. I know a lot of people who use toning or humming or hear words or sounds, or it's basically you are hearing sounds beyond the everyday sounds. That is essentially clairaudience. Some people actually hear, after my son died, I heard him clearly saying, "You got this. You got this, Mom." and allow yourself to be in that darkness, and there was, so it happens every once in a while with me, but not very much, but it's like a major thing. And I'm like, oh, whoa, okay, I just heard that. And so, it just means that you're tuned in through sound. And your higher self is essentially speaking to you through words, through sounds, music, and tones. Okay. The third one is Clair Sentience. I always have trouble pronouncing that. They're like just some words. Are there like some words that you're just like, I can never come out of your mouth? Like this is one of those words, right? This is clear feeling, okay? It is the ability to feel energy and feelings clearly, okay? So you're feeling emotions, thoughts, pain, and ghosts and spirits, okay? I grew up, I don't know, fun fact about me, I grew up in a house that was haunted. It had ghosts in it. Not the whole thing, there were like two major rooms. Like one was down in my basement, which is like where all the Christmas ornaments were like stored. And so when it was Christmas time and I had to like help my mom get the Christmas ornaments, I would like literally race through this room because the energy in there was like seriously fucked up and like scary. And so I would like run in and run out. And then there was another one up in our like attic, which was kind of like a loft, and that one was definitely more benign. And I lived up there for a little while, like in my like teens, and I would just be like, okay, it would start to make noise like in the cedar closet, and I would just say, okay, I'm going to sleep, can you please stop? And it would stop. So yeah, so I could pick stuff up like that. Fun fact, has anybody else grown up in a haunted house or actually ever been in one? Like I now could like go into a house and like legit be like, there's stuff going on in here. I ain't doing this. Like I'm not sleeping here. I'm not whatever, and so, so when I was looking for houses out here, that like, yeah, I wanted it to be a cute house, but my number one thing was going in there and feeling the energy of the place. And when I came in this house, I was like, oh my God, this is totally my house. So anyway, and then the last one that I wanted to talk about today was Claircognizance. This is clear knowing. This is another word for intuition where, you have these clairs, and then above, kind of like if you're looking at it like a hierarchy or whatever, like above the clairs is intuition. And this is clear knowing. This is when, like when you just know something and there's like literally no fact or whatever, or like information. It's just like, you just know it. And that's it. And it just comes and even when somebody says, well, how do you know? How do you know? And you're just like, I don't know. I just do. And then you do. So I would love to hear from you. So drop it. Let me know which clairs you think or sense or feel are your strong ones. A lot of times with clairvoyance, I have like this rogue hair someplace on me. Lots of things kind of come through dreams. So I would also love to hear if you have vivid dreams or lucid dreams. Like I love all this stuff. It's totally, totally my jam. So that's what I have for you all today. I'm thinking what I'm gonna, I have several Claire friends. I bet you do. Who are your Claire friends, Amy? I am thinking about doing a little challenge, a little morning ritual challenge. So, it just kind of sparked my interest, and I was like, oh, this might be fun. So I don't know when I'm going to do it, probably within the next like month or month and a half or so, or I don't know, before November. But I was thinking about doing like a 5-day challenge. I'll send you guys emails and we could do a little morning practice together. So that is an important way to start your day. All right, now I'm just rambling. All right, I will see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye.